Hi friends, just I'm trying to solve the particular question through the Excel. Already I am highlighting that how you can solve the simplest methods by calculating stepwise process. You may follow my previous video in this regard. Now I am trying to highlight that how you can solve the things through Excel. It is left hand side, the you can say that this is the particular objective function, how it can be balanced. It is just right side of the problem statements. Once you know that, then the next part is that you have to highlight all the variables. Just I'm putting that the variables has been highlighted here, and the left hand side, the slack variable coefficient is 0 0, already highlighted. Why it has been 0 0 in my previous video. Constant functions coefficient has been highlighted in this way, and objective functions value is 60. Similarly, the second constant functions, it is 4 3 0 1. Objective functions 96. Just I make it the proper one. Once you do the initial work, then initial work in this regard, then your role should be that what should be the maximization coefficient or objective function coefficient. Objective function coefficient is 40, then 35, then 0, then 0. Then what should be the zj, or you can that when the functions has not been started or the production will not be started, then what should be the zj. Zj equal to sum total of sum total sum product of, okay, sum product of these two functions. Just make it 0, and I just try to make it fix, because the x1 and x2 value will be the same for all the calculations. So I make it fix first. Once you do that or make it fix, then your role is that you just drag it to the right hand side, and every value will be become 0. Then what should be the cj minus zj. Then again I am putting the formula, putting the formula here. Your value equal to 40, and rest is already highlighted. 40, I just make it yellow because it is the largest value or highest positive value in between cj minus zj. When you know the highest positive value, that highest positive value decides your what, the key column. The key column has been highlighted in this way. I just put it in all the columns in the color format. Then I try to make it the minimum ratio of what, the bi value and the element of the key column. That should be 30. First one is the 30 and the second one equal to 24, and minimum ratio means 24 lines should be highlighted properly. Highlighted, I just highlight all the value that is of the, and the intersection point, I just make it in a different color. Intersection point, it is to decide the key element. The your importance is that you should know about the key element, and you also know about that key row and key column, key row. If you know all these things, then the next activity is that in the key row, the slack variable s2 will be replaced by the x1 key. The once you identify that which is the which slack variable will going to be replaced, then the next phase activity will be started. For the next phase activity, I just take all the elements, or I just take all the values to the next table. I just take it into next table because it helps to apply all the formulas in a proper way. And here I put it x1 because it will be replaced. in the line of key row x1, whatever the slack variable, it will be replaced by the non-basic one, and the every element of the key row need to be replaced first, and first which is the replaced first, it will be replaced, or the element which is the key element need to be 1. Then how you can make it 1? Then simple, it's the divided by 4, then automatically it will be 1. Once it will be divided by 4, then other elements also be divided by 4. The other elements highlighted in front of you, it will be divided by 4. Then what should be the next part you need to be think out, the other than the key row? Other than the key row should be 0. Then your role is that how you can make it 0. It is very simple, that is the all elements minus the key elements into the 2, then automatically it becomes a 0. Then you try to just put all the things in this way, then result is in front of you. And once you develop the particular row and column, then you should do the same activities. Same activity means it is the sum product of, okay. Here you have to write another equations. Suppose here I write x1 equal to 40 because it's the objective functions. Coefficient of the objective function of the x1 equal to 40. Once you do that, then you go for the sum product of these two element into these two element, in your value equal to 40, and you try to make it fix. So just make it fix by putting the dollar sign, or if you are in your computer, you may just click on F4, then also it make fix. You make it fix first, and once it make it fix, you just drag it. You just check it that where is the highest value. Highest value is for 5. Then this is your key column. This is your key column, just I am putting here kc. Then you should know about the ratio, minimum ratio. Minimum ratio will be depend that the objective functions value divided by the element of the key column. Okay, I just putting the wrong way formula here. Then it is 8, and another is 32, which is the smallest one. The 8 is the smallest one. Then the particular line will be your key row. Particular line equal to key row, and the intersection point is your key element. Intersection point 1.5 equal to key element. If you know the key element and key row, then x2 will be replaced by the x1. I just put all the things into the next table. It will be helpful to understand the things. Just I'm putting here. Okay, I just, because all the formulas have been added, so you should be very specific that no value need to be changed. Because other than that, if formula is there, then it will find, you will find difficulty to take all the elements in a right proposition. Then s2 will be replaced by here s2. What is the coefficient of the s2? That is 35. The 1.5 has been highlighted as the key element, so key element need to be 1. Then how you can make it 1? Just divide the 1.5 divided by the same 1.5, then value equal to 1. Once you do that, then drag it to the other areas. You do the same thing for x1 also. You drag it. Then other than the key row, other than the key row, you make it 0. How you can make it 0? It's very simple. That is 0.75 minus 1 into the same number 0.75. Your value equal to become 0. Once it will be 0, you do the same activities for the other values. Okay, you do the same activity for the other values. Then you have to find out what is the zj values. Your zj value depends on the sum product of the x2 and x1 values into 0 and 1 values already highlighted, that will 40. You make it fix. By giving the dollar sign or by giving the f4 f4 or dollar sign, whatever in front of you, make the cell fix. Then once you do that, you drag it, then automatically your value becomes 0. Or you can say that what is the cj minus zj, 40 minus another cell 40. Then you drag it, you just take it out, the every value becomes either 0 or negative. So your role in this regard has been stopped, or you can say that no positive value here, so your equation has been stopped. Then what should be the z value? Z value equal to sum product of 35 into 40 into objective functions value, that is 1000. And this is nothing but the result of maximization of your profit. This is the maximization of your profit, and accordingly you can take the decision that how the profit will be maximized by application of the simplest methods through excel. Hopefully the complete video is useful for all of you. Thank you.